Ooh, you're right. And
What does it look like?
It looks like I'm not doing it.
Oh, damn it.
You're lucky I saw it.
No, he said that the pies looked like cum.
There's no record of that.
He's got a point. You can't prove it.
My word against your word.
Okay, so in this episode, we're going.
I did.
We're going to be.
I will put a picture of it in there.
We're going to be talking about the Game Awards, what we think about it, GameStop's Trade Anything Day, the Battlefield 7 flop, and the fact that Nimbus is still an intern. Alright, we'll see you guys in just a little bit.
Snow's falling fast, the mics are hot, we're streaming loud, giving all we got. Wires like tinsel, lights gone wild, a podcast gift for every man, woman, and child. Stuff your stockings with bits and laughs, tech talk games and total mishaps, stubbins and Vigi, slaying the feed, holiday chaos is all you need. Glitch out bells and a power-up tone, two mad elves in a streaming zone, plug in the cheer, crank up the snow, welcome to the show, let the madness go!
Alright, so welcome back to another episode of the Pull the Trigger podcast. My name is Mr. Stubbins. Today I'm joined by Vigilante360 and Nimbus Maze. Hopefully you all have gotten stuff off Thanksgiving. Yeah, had. So,
I thought you were going to say
okay.
have. Had a good Thanksgiving.
Hopefully you all had a good Thanksgiving. So today we're going to be getting back into a little bit of the gaming news and stuff, since we decided to discuss pies last time.
Great episode. You should
That
watch
It was
it.
fantastic.
a great episode. Probably one of my favorites that we've done. Okay, so
Definitely have to do it
first
again
of
next
all,
year. We'll be more prepared.
First of all, let's talk about how terrible Black Ops is doing. It has the
Insert
worst
dumpster
sales.
fire.
Yeah.
It has the worst sales of any Call of Duty ever. Has the worst ratings of any Call of Duty ever. They've also been called out by the government for using AI terribly.
Yeah.
Campaign is
It's a
trash.
hot mess.
I don't know if insert that, I can't financially recover from this, from, the
Right.
the Tiger King.
Yeah, Treyarch right now.
Yeah, Treyarch right now. I financially can't recover from this.
I think it's just going to get worse.
The
Like-
only
100%.
redeeming factor, in my opinion, is probably the zombies mode.
Eh.
And I've
I mean,
played a little
played
bit of
it,
it.
so-
How long can Black Ops, though, rely on zombies to carry it? Like,
I
let's
mean,
just be honest.
that's just it, because it's not the same zombies that we knew back whenever, we were playing Nazi zombies in World at War and all that.
Yeah, I mean, let's just be honest, though. How many Call of Duty games can we let get carried by a Spec Ops or a Black Zombies mode? At this point, like, they should know people want the Spec Ops and they want the zombies. So why don't we just get a standalone game that tells us the whole story of zombies or something similar?
Basically, a game
Yeah,
that has
no, I
all
agree
the
with that.
maps, does the whole story, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I would pay the $80 to $100 for just a standalone Call of Duty zombie. That it gives me all of the maps with updated graphics, and then it gives me the story.
Except they just went and above and beyond how stupid they think everybody is. They had also announced, I think it was either today or yesterday, Treyarch comes out and goes, we have, I think, 3 new maps coming out within this first season. And it's 2 POIs from the new Ashes of the Damned map, and then one, there's people are speculating a space station map. So everybody's like, oh, cool, so we're getting 1 map. 2 of them are other just POIs from the same big map that you released.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm just
But then
looking
also-
up a comparison. It says, what's Black Ops 7 done better than Battlefield 6? And just kind of reading through it, zombies, because there's not a zombie mode, right? It says it's got better
actually,
fast-paced.
in the creative mode of Battlefield, you can play zombies with even wall buys and perks. Someone has made a full-on zombies mode.
Yeah, but that's like, did it come from the developers with it? I think it was trying to compare.
Oh, okay.
Then, fast-paced action. it says a reason to keep grinding, but that's kind of how you feel on battle passes and things of that nature.
Right.
It says the in-game mode is better, but I've not played either, so I can't weigh
So
in
I'm
on
like
that.
partially through the campaign because I just want to play the in-game mode, and it's pretty much DMZ is what it was.
okay.
But instead of everybody being able to kill each other, it's everybody with each other. Like everybody's friendly, so you can't like kill each other. So it's like you and a bunch of other squads going against a bunch of boss battles.
It has a 20% player rating, in case you were wondering.
That's crazy. How are they?
I don't know. I
Call of
feel
Duty,
like
if they want to continue putting out games, are going to have to pull something big out.
The next Call of Duty game is going to have to knock everybody's socks off. It's going to have to be everything everybody's wanted that we haven't got in years past and that they did well with XYZ game.
I think what you'll see, right? You'll see this one. They won't do another Call of Duty for a while. They're gonna wait. They're gonna sit there. They're gonna take their time on this next one. I feel
There
like
should
that's
be
the
at least
only.
a 2-year window between Black Ops 7 and the next Call of Duty game for them to figure it out.
If they were smart, they would have done that with this one.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Because I think they could have kept going with
cash
Black
grab.
Ops 6 for a little bit. There was
Black Ops 6 was still good. And how long in between the last Black Ops? So Black Ops, they
Cold
didn't
War?
have a 5, right? Because it was
Cold
called Cold War.
Cold War
Yeah,
was
Cold War.
technically 5.
So how long between that and 6 was it?
It was like
I'll look
2-3
that up.
years.
Because
I
they've
wanna
got
say
to
it
find
was
their sweet
2.
spot in releasing games. Because this, like a year later thing, didn't work.
And see, what's funny is they used to go Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and then Sledgehammer. So every single development team would have 2 years between their own games.
Well, see, that's what I think they need to go back to it. We had the remakes of the Modern Warfare series, which to me, I don't think we should have got. I think we should have got a new. I know they've been tweaked and stuff, but give us a different standalone Modern Warfare.
Well, see, what I hate is like
Esque
the
game.
the remakes. They didn't really add in like multiplayer to it, especially on the second one. I know they added in the first one on the remake, but it was like the second one was where everybody had fun. Why not bring back the multiplayer for one of the most like popular Call of Duty games?
Okay, so we had Black Ops Cold War. It came out in 2020, and then between Black Ops Cold War and 6, we had the Modern Warfare 2 remake and the 3. In Vanguard. But Black Ops 6 came out in 2024. So we had 4 years between Black Ops games.
Yeah.
And that's kind of been the route that they took. Because the last
Cold
one was
War?
5 years.
I just jump scared myself, sorry.
Oh, that's hilarious. So, but what I'm seeing here is that it's like, because Cold War was great. I thought Cold War was actually a really good Call of Duty. And then Black Ops 6 was good.
Yeah,
Like,
6 was good.
I really think that they need to just sit back. They need to let people, I guess in a way, digest this. No one's going to forget it, but they need to just digest this, but then they need to take in what everybody's saying and take their time with this next game and make it what it needs to be. Because you even saw that
So
in
it's
the,
like every 4 to 5 years a Black Ops game came out. And I think
So-
the only reason Cold War came out in 2020, it might have been later in 2020 because of everything that was going on in the world.
Well, like
that
so,
time.
So you saw it whenever they did the Modern Warfare 2 remake. It was good, but then they did like the back-to-back Modern Warfare 3, and the campaign was like short. It was like super short, and it didn't feel like it was a completed game. It felt like more of a DLC to Modern Warfare 2 instead of actually being a game. And I feel like they've kind of done that with Black Ops 7. Feels like a DLC that nobody wanted, but they're forced to have it.
Unfortunately.
But see, what made them good was each Black Ops, every time they come out with one, they give so much hype to it. You know, for like Cold War, they would send locked crates to streamers and influencers, and they were like cryptic messages, and they had to figure it out. And then it pointed them to this, where they could watch stuff that they would see in the actual.
I want to say
video.
one of the big ones that they did for Black Ops 6 was like, and I think it was like so many. I want to say it was like 8 or 10 major like cities, like one in Australia, New York City, UK. They had a legendary crate from like Warzone.
Yeah.
And it had a countdown timer to when Black Ops 6 was coming out. Like the hype,
Yeah,
that's pretty
the
cool.
amount of hype that they put into the Black Ops series is great, but they're coming up short on their games. And in turn, they
Black
let
Ops 7
Battlefield
just was not.
they
it.
let they let Battlefield just wipe the floor with them. Battlefield became the best-selling game of 2025. Now, I know, Vigi, you didn't like Battlefield.
No,
but
and I haven't played the
RedSec,
like Warzone style or whatever, RedSec, but the overall game from the beginning, playing the beta, it was just, I don't know, that the movement was too slow, it felt clunky, and I know that's Battlefield style, but it's not what I don't like it.
Yeah.
And see, you're more like the fast pace, and I get that, but I feel like if you look at the mechanics and ways things are done compared to what they did with Black Ops 7, I feel like they did deserve the win on this one.
They've done a really good job with their game. I mean, it's clean, it looks good. It's just, not for me. So
Yeah. I mean,
It's sad to say because I was actually kind of
Battlefield and Call of Duty have always just been a race to see who was the best, and I mean, Battlefield 6 just owns them right now.
And see, the last Battlefield game that I really enjoyed was probably Bad Company. That was probably one of my favorites. Not many people talk about that one a lot.
That's an older one.
Yeah.
I like, what was it, Hardline? I didn't play the story, but I liked the multiplayer for Hardline. That was pretty fun. It was just basically cops and robbers, One side was the cop.
What's
and the other
funny
side
is
wasn't.
Battlefield did what Call of Duty should have been doing. 2042 was a flop, and they stepped back. They didn't make the game. They kept updating that one to make it better, and they focused on fixing what their problem was with the last one. They listened to their community, and then you have Call of Duty over here that's like, oh, you want this? Nah, you don't.
yeah, here's a game with a bunch of stuff you never asked for.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
It's
sad.
So 2042 was the last Battlefield major game, and then they had all of the DLCs and stuff that they sprinkled throughout. But then we got 2026, or we got Battlefield 6 in 2025. That's 4 years. In that 4 years, they took a dumpster fire of a game, made it palatable for people, and then they've come out with probably the best game,
And honestly,
or at least the
that's
best shooter of the year.
If you think about it, that's probably the best way they could have done it. Let's see what our problem is here with this game. Listen to our community as we make these updates. Take this idea and put it into the new one. People wanted campaign. They hated that this one didn't have a campaign. We'll make a new campaign for this one. We'll
Right.
And I feel like they did it right. They listened to the community and they're doing things right. I think if Call of Duty, Activision, all of them, if they want to stay off the chopping block, they're going to have to do the same. They're going to have to take that 4-year deficit.
You think it's because there's so many studios that make a Call of Duty game? You got this studio that makes this series. This studio makes this series, right? Whereas Battlefield is Frostbite, right?
And it could,
I definitely don't think that helps them at all.
Right.
But then you look at places like, they have, I guess you can't really compare it, but Rockstar has so many different types, because there's like Rockstar UK, Rockstar New York, Rockstar California, all of them are different, kind of, they're kind of the same thing, like their own studio, but they all work on the same project. Whereas these ones are all different studios working on their own project. And
Yeah,
it almost
but
turns
that's
into
not
a pissing contest.
the end of the world, though, because they're still owned under their one umbrella, right? They're just, this is
Right.
the US based one, this is this based one. Whereas Call of Duty, you have Activision or Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer or Treyarch or Ravensoft making all of these games.
And they're
granted,
all in the
we know
same
Treyarch
building.
is bought. Yeah, but they're in the same area. They're owned probably by Activision at this point. But
They're all owned by Microsoft.
they're all-
Microsoft bought them.
Did they buy out Activision? Well, yeah, Blizzard.
They bought out Blizzard Activision, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, though. But they could all be in the same building, but it's like we're literally getting, which I know they're different stories and different eras and whatever, but we're literally getting the different game depending on the developer. Whereas we should have a baseline, regardless if it's Treyarch or if it's Infinity Ward. It should be the same core game, but it's not.
Because you go back to Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, World at War, all those. They did. They had that baseline. This is the base of what you have that makes a great game. Make it better. And it's just
Right.
somewhere in the translation, you guys say it's after Black Ops 2, and I didn't play that one. That's, on me. But it almost seems like sometime after that. Vigi, I've told you this how many times? You're
Here
shocked.
we go
Offends
again.
me every time you
Here
say
we go
that.
again.
Here we go again. Just do the be right back. Do, 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 do.
Right.
But you just take, it's like somewhere after Black Ops 2, They just took and said, "Nah, fuck that. We're gonna do our own thing."
Well, I mean, they had some good games in there, but you could really tell where the fall of Call of Duty was.
And it's
Like 2 was
hit
the peak,
even
and then
and like right
Yeah.
now is their heaviest fall right now.
right, they are dropping into the war zone without a parachute.
They are Tim the Tap Manning it. I mean,
Oh, jeez, I said the thing. Anyway, so yeah, Call of Duty is a dumpster fire naturally. Battlefield 6 is not a dumpster fire naturally. Anyway,
naturally.
I guess.
I guess, yeah. Minecraft, never a dumpster fire. There you go, Vigi. We're including you, buddy.
True.
what are you building?
That's a game that has longevity, and it's going to be
I
forever.
thought you were putting it on your screen so we could watch. I feel like we talked about that. But anyway,
Maybe
You don't
next
wanna
time.
see-
say
cheap.
something with Discord was happening pretty cool.
Yeah, so Discord, if the rumors are true, they're going to start rolling out a feature for you to use or to set up game servers within Discord.
Oh,
So there's
And
going to be
you-
like a tab where you can choose the game you want, and then you say create a server, and then everybody in that Discord channel can join it straight
Now,
from
if I
there.
remember right, what you showed me is going to be, as long as you're probably a certain
You have
server
to, you
tier.
have, it's using the nitro boosts.
oh, okay.
So you use the boost to pay for the server instead of actually buying it.
which
So as long as
honestly,
you have server boosts, you should be, good to go.
which I mean, some of the like server boost things that you get on Discord is great, but that would actually make Discord probably a top tier thing to have.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty big for the amount of traffic that Discord gets, I think.
yeah.
Oh, better believe it. I mean, just think about like you could just start your own community server and just watch what people build.
In your community, that's the best part.
yeah.
So instead of having it, say, okay, you have to join my Discord, now I give you access to this server. Now it's you join the Discord, you automatically have access. You can just join it, right? I don't have to like add you to a whitelist or anything like that.
But then what's great about it is it seems like there's, from what you were showing me on that video, is like you're going to have settings where you can probably make it where people can't grief anything that's made, unless you're like the server owner. So you're going to be able to set these limitations where people aren't just going to be able to come in and just screw everything up.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty big for everyone involved when it comes to this. And I love it. I love the idea behind it. I think that it's going to be huge for Discord in every way, and it's going to be great for the players.
Discord's just trying to get that IPO up.
Yeah,
but you know what?
They're
I
doing
haven't
the
seen
right
these-
things.
We were worried about it in that one episode when we were talking about, are they going to fuck this up? Are they going to make it worse? And I've seen, and knock on wood, I've seen nothing but good things so far.
Yeah.
Because they're now making store items available for everybody to get for free as long as you do these little ad challenges or watching ads and stuff like that. So that brings in the ads that we talked about that they were going to bring in, but they're bringing in a way that you can make currency off of it to buy things. So that way their really expensive stuff in the store now is obtainable because you can sit there and watch ads or whatever and get your points.
Yep, and that's huge. I mean, it's gonna be great, and I think that a lot of people can take note from what Discord's doing because they're not focused really on the platform. I mean, they are, but they're focused more on growing the platform through their users.
Well, I mean, Discord doesn't have to worry about losing out to another competition. They're so far above. I mean, it's so user friendly. I mean, you could literally use it in any application that involves 2 people or more. Because you can, I know you guys talked about it back then. That you could use it for, instead of Microsoft Teams or Skype or Zoom or whatever, you can literally, and it won't cost you anything to use it unless you do the server boosting or the whatever. But
usually if you get a
can have fun
community-
with it.
But usually if you get a community, you start getting those server boosts.
Right.
Or even if you get Nitro, which a lot of people do, and I know I do, you get 2 free boosts a month, and I just put it right back into my server.
Yeah.
So that way it at least boosts yours up to the first tier. So that way you at least have the better audio, video quality, and stuff like that. So it never hurts.
Yeah, but you don't even have to do any of that. You could just
No.
Yeah, you get better audio, video, but if you don't, it's not gonna be the end of the world.
No.
I mean, Discord's done it right, and so they can kind of get away with doing this kind of stuff without having to worry about people flocking to something else.
I am kind of worried that it's going to be only available to servers with a certain level of boosting.
Like the tier 3, or they're going to come out with another one that's like a tier 4.
Yeah,
I could see
something
that.
like that. Because then you're using because the way it read is you're using your boost to pay for the server. So if you're having to have the server boosted and then pay for the server using your boost, you're kind of defeating the purpose.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping it doesn't go that way, but there's not a whole lot of information about it out yet. I just seen a short video
It's
about
still
it.
speculation and rumor. They may back out of it. We never know.
Yeah.
It may have been an idea, and it may be one of those things that, like, who knows? Maybe Mojang's like, well, why don't we just, make it where it's available for everybody?
I think it's a great idea. It's just, we'll have to see where it goes from here.
It'll be another one that we keep tabbed up, just like, with the Steam Deck
Everything
and stuff
else.
like that. Yeah, everything else. I feel like it could be a really great thing, because if you start out with Minecraft, that opens up other possibilities for other games.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, if you watch that video I sent you, it's not just Minecraft.
Right.
There's multiple games that are going to be up there. I couldn't really tell which ones they were, but they're already opening it. Well, if it's true, they're already going to open it up to multiple games to start. It won't be just one game right off the rip. So my thought behind it is it's going to be some of the more popular games that require servers to play with friends, or it's better with a server to play with friends. So I'm going to guess that Minecraft is one of them, because they already said it was going to be. But I'm going to guess that things like Ark Survival Evolved, or I should say Survival Ascended, could be in there, or 7 Days to Die, or Rust, things like that.
It could make community game nights even easier now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody hop on the server. I got an event planned. Yeah, it'll be fantastic.
If they make it to where you can make the servers like how they used to have it, where you can make like mini games like Spleef and stuff like that on Minecraft. Oh hell yeah, or we're gonna have an pixel art competition or something like that.
Yeah.
You can do all sorts of things.
Endless possibilities.
Endless possibilities. Yes, indeed.
Indubitably.
So I think coming up, just a week after this episode,
Number 11th, we have the
Video Game Awards.
Game Awards. So we got some categories. I mean, naturally, we've got tons of stuff. Your best actor performance, your best composers, things like that, and whatnot.
Vigilante gets my vote.
Vigilante. There's a best content creator one. It was kind of neat to see who's all in that realm. But
you want to share your screen so we can actually look through all these?
No.
No.
No. Nah.
Hey, get out of my sandwich. No.
Get out of my sandwich.
No.
No.
All right. So Game Awards, December 11th. Anyway, so we got our nominees. We've already got some ready. But yeah, you got all sorts of stuff. Game of the Year, game direction, narrative, art, score. The list goes on, racing, sports, esports game, things like that, Content creator I thought was pretty cool because you got, like Kysent, Moist Critical, The Burnt Peanut, things like that. So I'm curious to see who wins
Peanut's
that.
actually up there. That's actually kind of funny because the guys, the British Army Esports, were talking about him.
I would like to actually meet this guy because I've seen some interviews he's done and he's pretty funny. Like he's just like, I was just a peanut.
Does he do it as
just
the
like
peanut?
the peanut? Yep.
That's hilarious.
He is the peanut.
Hey, Burnt Peanut, if you watch this for some reason, hit us up. We want to interview you.
How crazy that would be. That'd be nuts. Anyway, so I pulled some. What'd you say?
I never thought we would have had like the British Army Esports on here.
That's true.
And it's a possible guest that we might have in the future.
Yeah. So, best multiplayer games coming up. Arc Raiders, which I think Vigi you've played, but you weren't a big fan of.
I'm not a huge fan of it, no. It's another one of those really toxic communities.
Battlefield 6, which, I mean, kind of a given considering it's probably going to be the shooter of the year. Elden Ring, Night Rain, which if you've played Elden Ring, it's pretty much that, but with friends.
Skyrim with friends.
It really is. It's Elden Ring with friends. Peak, which I think, Stubbins, you play pretty often.
I played actually the last two.
Yeah, I know you played Split Fiction a ton.
We actually, me and my buddy Michael finished that one. Phenomenal game. Split Fiction, 100%. Everything that's come from that company that I've played so far, which has only been that, but they only have like 3 games, so it's only been that one, It Takes Two, and there's like a prison escape game. So I played It Takes Two and Split Fiction.
A Way Out?
Yeah, Way Out.
Dude, A Way Out was freaking awesome.
So, like, I really enjoy seeing what that company's been making. I think they're going to be the next, like, top good top AAA studio that's going to take over some of these ones that are falling behind Call of Duty.
Right.
Wow, way to call them out.
Who do you think is going to win the best multiplayer game of the year?
Okay, so for my opinion, I think because of based on what's been going on so far, I'm just going to say what people are going to probably say is Battlefield 6. My personal opinion, I would go with Split Fiction.
Yeah, I mean, I've not played a single one on here. I just know about each one enough to be dangerous, but
I could be dangerous.
I could see Battlefield 6 being it just because it's the hot game right now, you know.
Yeah,
but
for how big it is.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Arc Raiders or like Peak.
Yeah.
Peak has a shot, that's for sure.
Peak,
I think
you know
as
what?
popular as it is right now.
And you know what's funny is with Peak being more of an indie company, getting this kind of nomination is huge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Like,
but I mean, we've talked about it before that the indie companies are almost better than the AAAs anymore.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, look at it. You know, Embark Studios, that's going to be an indie company. They're not
yeah.
anybody, I don't think, that's made another game.
Well,
You
I
know,
mean,
From Software, they're so niche, you know, but they've made a handful, but
But
EA
they
is
have,
not
like-
a indie.
no, but Hazelight was bought by indie, but Hazelight's been a indie studio. So
Yeah.
you have the Hazelight, you have the Aggro Crab, and then Embark, and they've made some really top tier games this year, and for them being nominated is huge.
Yeah. So then, like, I pulled one that I think would be interesting, the best RPG. So we've got Avowed, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, and The Outer Worlds 2.
I haven't played any of these, but I know that there's at least a few of these I would want to play.
So I've played Avowed. It's actually a really fun game. And then Monster Hunter, I mean, I haven't played Worlds, but I played Monster Hunter.
I started playing Avowed and then didn't get very far and gave up. So
I mean, it's your typical RPG, you know, your choices matter and things like that, but the gameplay was pretty fun. The fighting mechanics I thought were really cool, but it's not anything like, I don't think it was anything groundbreaking in my opinion. I've heard Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a phenomenal game.
Now, with Obsidian making Outer Worlds 2, I want to play that one, especially since they've already been in charge of doing Grounded, and they've done a phenomenal job with Grounded.
Yeah. Which
And then
Obsidian, I mean, they made Avowed also.
Yeah.
that's why I jumped on that one, because I seen that that's who the company that made it. But again, it's just one of those ones that I didn't get into right away, so I kind of just.
And also, I'm not the the turn-based style games, but the Claire Obscure Expedition 33, I've seen bits and pieces of it, and it looks phenomenal.
All right, what's your vote?
I'm going to go with Claire Obscure. I think that's what the popular vote's going to be, because that one was so huge out of all these.
So was Monster Hunter Wilds though.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a
gonna
toss-up
be-
between the two of them.
I think it's going to be Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I think it's going to be real close between the two of them.
And the reason I say that is because Magic is also going to come out with a secret lair for it, so it's like special cards. I think that's going to boost enough of the hype to take it over the edge.
Yeah.
It's possible, yeah.
So then, next category that I think would be interesting, ongoing games. So games that they're still working on, updating, etc. Final Fantasy, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Rivals, and No Man's Sky.
That's actually a good
It's
lineup.
it's funny that No Man's Sky is on there, because the things that they're adding to this game right now are not technically for this game.
They're setting the scene for the next thing.
Yes, and their next big game, I guarantee that game when it comes out, I can almost guarantee will be game of the year, just by looking at how beautiful it is, how well made it's going to be. And if you haven't seen the game, go look it up. It's called Light No Fire. It's like No Man's Sky, but like medieval and magic. And there's dragons and giant birds. And it's set on one planet. But the scale of this planet is Earth. Like literal Earth.
Oh, okay.
So instead of doing the scale of No Man's Sky and their 18 quintillion planets, they're going one big Earth planet.
Which
And I think
will
it's going to
still be impressive, because that's still a lot of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
ton.
So I go look that game up because, man, I have a feeling. It's gonna be a big one when it comes out, for sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you my vote. I'm gonna say Fortnite, and this is why: is they keep coming out with new seasons and new things that are like keeping it relative. Honestly, the new season with The Simpsons has gone over really well, and seeing what they did with that, and the fact of there's going to be more to come with that, and they're still continuing the other story that's with everything else.
Have you seen the by the way, and this will probably be, the season will be started by the time this comes out, I think, but the next season, have you seen that it's going to be Stranger Things?
Really?
Yeah. Apparently it's a Stranger Things collab.
And I heard that Harry Potter's coming to it, and so is South Park.
I mean, I could see it being Fortnite because by the time the Game Awards cast and all of that, I mean, it's after Thanksgiving, right? So we're gonna have the Black Friday boost for it.
The Black Friday boost of V-Bucks cards from mom and dad
you're
keeping
gonna have
their
kids
kids out of the way.
that maybe got it, or people who couldn't afford a whatever console or whatever, and they got it, and then they wanted to play Fortnite. But personally, I want to see it be Helldivers 2. That's my favorite game right now. But
Helldivers is great.
That's just personal. I would be really upset if it was Marvel Rivals because that community is pretty toxic. You get some pretty funny gameplay, but
and like I've told Vigi, it's just a copy and paste of Overwatch. I don't even think it should be on here, to be honest with you.
I mean, so I played it. Oh geez, for almost a year straight. Then I got out of it for like 2 or 3 months, and then they come out with their zombies mode, which was just horde based, but you only had select heroes. And they got me back in it, but it didn't get me back to the main game. So when zombies goes away, I'm not going to pick it up again unless it's a main game feature. It's just it's the time you get your feel for something, they change it. They're not listening to people. They're for a while they were just, I would say, throwing darts on a board with ideas and just rolling with it. The stuff that was working really well, they're like, that's too good. It makes too much sense. And I'll die on that hill. So I'd like to see it be Helldivers, but it's probably Fortnite.
Yeah, I could see it probably being Fortnite.
If we're being honest. So we'll go to the most anticipated games. Naturally, Grand Theft Auto 6, because we may get it. The new 007. Marvel.
I'm actually interested in that new 007. I saw the previews for that.
Yeah.
And it kind of gave me more of like, it felt like old school, from what I saw of the gameplay, gave me kind of like old school vibes. Like I feel like it would be playing GoldenEye, but more like modern.
I'm excited for The Witcher. I think that'd be good, because The Witcher has really, really fantastic games.
I haven't played any of them. I need to.
They are really, really good. I mean, if Grand Theft Auto, I mean, I can see them getting it, but yeah. I mean, the Marvel's Wolverine, I've heard it's going to be really interesting. I'd like to see some more stuff about it before I weigh too heavy on one side or the other.
Vigi just wants Deadpool to be in it.
I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool, actually.
True.
But Resident Evil Requiem, I've not heard anything about it, but that doesn't say much.
I think I think from what I've seen of it, they're going to be kind of going back to Raccoon City, and I think it'll bring back a lot of old school fans of the series. So I think you'll have quite a bit, but I don't think you'll have near as much as like Grand Theft Auto.
Gotcha.
I think the hype is going to be on Grand Theft Auto, but they keep pushing it back. So my thing is going to be either between Grand Theft Auto and I'm going to say The Witcher, because I know The Witcher series has been phenomenal and a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
If they do it right.
I'm going to say it's going to be The Witcher or Wolverine for just the studio purposes alone, because CD Projekt Red, they've done so much. And their name's out there for a lot of stuff, like a lot of good publicity, not bad. And then Insomniac Games, they make really, really good games. I mean, so
yeah.
All right, the biggest category that everybody cares about, Game of the Year. So we got Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong, Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, and then Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
God, you got so loud.
You did for just a second, and I don't understand where it came from. I will say that my prediction for this, not my choice, but my prediction for this is Hollow Knight.
Yeah, that's what my prediction's going to be for it.
Seeing the hype that has come out from this game, it's huge. It's massive. It has a massive cult following. and you can't really go wrong with a game that has a cult following. So,
Right. I think it will be a Silk Song. I mean, Hollow Knight was a great game. There's so much you can do in it for it to be just a side-scrolling kind of game. And then Silk Song, I mean, it just picks up, you know. I think it'll be it. If it's not it, I would be shocked. But what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna have to say probably Hollow Knight Silk Song. My only other one would probably be the craze that went on with Claire Obscure for a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah, but I think it died off so quickly that it's not going to be. It didn't have enough
that's
hype.
just it. It took over like the first half of the year. That's pretty much what it did.
Yeah.
You know, I actually haven't seen a whole lot on the Death Stranding 2, but from what it looks like, the only thing that's probably going to save it is the fact that the guy who plays from The Walking Dead is in it.
I think that was the only thing that saved the first one, wasn't it?
See, I never even played the other one, so I don't...
I've not played it. I mean, and the games that we've not played, they could also be bangers, and we're just, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, and I'm sure someone in the comments going to be like, yo, you should play this. It's way better than you think it is.
Right. There's going to be a bunch of people that say, you know, it was actually Donkey Kong Bonanza. That should be the only one.
We're going to look back at this on the next episode, because I'm sure all these will be done by the time we record the next one. Yeah. And we're going to be, like, so shocked as to what the actual answers are.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely follow back up. But, I mean, you know, it's hard to tell because, you know, it says sign in to vote, so I'm sure we could, you know, we can skew the system, right? You know, if we wanted it to be Donkey Kong, we could just Donkey Kong it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it is the Kong.
It is the Kong.
But, yeah, I think it'd be interesting to kind of see, you know, who wins what, and, you know.
It's kind of crazy to see how games have changed over the years. Because I remember watching, like, the Video Game Awards whenever I was, like, a little bit younger, whenever they started doing those. And it's insane to see where they've... In all the categories, it used to not be that many categories. And then now they have so many different categories for it. It's insane. It's becoming its own, like... You know how it was it the goal... Was it GOTY? We got, like, all the big awards for, like, the movie and music. It was a Grammy, Oscar. I know what it... Yeah. Could you say that this one could be the next one added to that list of, like, different ones?
So, actually, an interesting thing to go back to it. Fan voting only has a 10% weight on the actual game outcome. There's a jury of people that make up the other 90%.
So it's just like presidential voting. It doesn't count.
Yeah, it counts. It counts just a little, right? But like for like the U.S., there's a jury committee. You've got like Gamer Tag Radio, Esquire, Game Informer making up this panel. And then you got, you know, UK and things like that.
But sometimes those, like, Game Informer, there's been many games where Game Informer said, "Oh, this is a trash game," and I've actually enjoyed it. Or vice versa. And they're like,
see, I think
this
that's
is
why they
amazing
give it just like 10% of us being able to have the weight on it, where they're like, oh, this game was going to be Game of the Year. I'm like, but we like this one more, right?
So I wonder, are these different, like, judges, like, okay, judges, are they going to see, they're going to do our votes first, see where the people land, and then still make their decisions after that? Or is it all going to be just, like, calculated together, I wonder?
You know, that's a good question. So winners determined by a blended vote between the voting jury, 90% in public, 10% fans vote for their favorite game on thegameawards.com. Then ballots are tabulated, and the 5 games that appear on the most ballots are put forth as nominees. Yeah, then they just kind of go from there. It doesn't say anything past that.
And Vitchi's like, Mince Raft.
I want Minecraft to win, yay!
I'm really surprised, like, Minecraft wasn't one of the ongoing games.
I can't remember.
They had No Man's Sky on there, you know?
I think I was watching the Joystick Awards today. It came across my, like, TikTok. And that's where I was... Because it had, like, the most ongoing game. It was, like, Minecraft, Warzone...
Yeah, see, I'm surprised, like,
Apex,
Warzone wasn't on there.
Apex Legends, Fortnite, the fan service games, you know?
See, I wonder if they had, like, for those ongoing, they had, like, okay, this is a Battle Royale, and here's your top 10 Battle Royales, and then from that, it was voted on to down to, like, this, and then it got down to here, like, because each one of those games had a different, almost different feel, you know? Fortnite is a Battle Royale.
I can't get a kill to save my life, and I can't get a kill to save my life in Apex.
Yeah. Kick it out. No longer welcome here.
Well, I mean, like, so Necrospective, he's a beast at it, and he plays all the time.
I used to until they changed a lot in that game and basically ruined it.
It's kind of like me in Overwatch. I used to love it, and then they changed a shit ton on it and ruined it.
Yeah.
And then, like, Marvel Rivals is like, we're gonna steal that.
We're going to do it, but we're going to do it better. And then they did. Then they didn't.
Then we're gonna do even better at shitting on it.
Yeah. That's no joke. But, you know, I miss, like, the days, like, you know, Game Awards is such a big thing for gamers and stuff like that. You know, you want to see your favorite game win. I miss the days where we had, like, G4, you know, the channel,
G4 TV.
you know, like Attack on the Show. I miss stuff like that. I wish we could get that back.
Because that's where you found out all your information on the games coming out, like...
Yeah,
Up
that
to
was a good way
date
to
and
determine like, oh, should I waste my money on this game or is it flopping? You know, I'm just calling it out. G4 would have said Black Ops 7 would have been a flop, and nobody would have had to waste their money on it.
Yeah, probably.
I think Activision got rid of G4 because they knew their games were going to start being shit.
Yeah,
They took them out. They're
Activision
like,
bought out Spike, and they're like, you know what, just kill it.
Let's not say we did, yeah.
It's a psyop.
Yeah, G4 never existed.
G4 never existed.
Right.
But G4 TV was so good. Like, it had just so many different things and stuff that, like, it was ahead of its time because really it wasn't like, yeah, we were gamers and all that, but it wasn't really a huge gaming time.
Yeah, see, if it came out now, it would never have to worry. Like, if they're like, oh, G4's coming back on, you know, Peacock or a streaming service, like, it would work very well.
Oh, yeah. 100%. I think what it is it was so niche back then because you're just kind of catering to the younger audiences, and it was just kind of one of those things. And then Spike's all like, well, you need more than just gaming on there, and they started adding other stuff. It threw it out of whack.
They should just go YouTube. I mean, look at all of the successful YouTube gaming information channels. You got Game
like that
Ranks,
Pull the
right?
Trigger podcast.
Like that Pull the Trigger podcast. He said the
Yeah,
thing.
it's pretty cool, I heard.
You get to watch somebody play Minecraft for an hour if you look really hard.
If you look really hard.
Listen, I'm trying to build a particle accelerator and it's not working.
He's gonna go back to the future, okay?
I mean, I built it. It's just shooting my particles through the wall, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I wish it would come back, like, just even a YouTube capacity, where they just do like one video a month and it's like 30 minutes and that's just it, right? I think it'd be really cool.
But they had so much insider because they were able to get that, like, the stuff from the IGN and all that right then and there. They were able to, like, talk with them because they had that connection, the ability. Unlike some of the people now, like us, you know, we're just going off by what we can find, whereas they had it ahead of before everybody else knew it. They even got, like, first look at, like, what was it? It was Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater when it came out the first time. They had, like, first looks on the gameplay and all that, and they even had, like, I think it was like a tutorial on one of the bosses before the game even came out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was one of those things, you're like, oh, that's how you're going to be able to beat that boss? That's insane. You know, like,
yeah,
you're getting to see how this, you're going to get to see how this game is going to work before it comes out.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that just kind of goes into the other things of, like, old nostalgia, you know, the midnight releases and things like that. I just, you know.
Well, you know what? Midnight releases will come back. We need to bring back G4.
Oh, shoot. Did you hear about the GameStop trade anything?
Yes, even taxidermy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
They hosted a trade anything day. You could literally trade. I think it was like one item per person or something, but there was like a list of stuff that they wouldn't accept that they've come out with, and it's like very limited. But like you could trade in a taxidermied animal and get store credit.
Yeah. Of course, it's store credit, you know, and you're only going to get like 50 cents, but...
Yeah, I wonder if they're like, yeah, the thing's been used, you know, like...
You bring in a taxidermied dog. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's slightly used.
Could you imagine, like, okay, so somebody brings in
I just take one of my 7 dogs in there. I just take one of my 7 live dogs. It's slightly. They're just like picking up my dog. My dog's like, "What the
Right.
hell's going on?" It's slightly used. I'll give you 50 cents for it.
Yeah, and then you go back in like a week later, and it's like $50 for the dog.
Yeah.
I'm just
You gave me
Refurbished.
50 cents for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but resale value.
Right?
I
People
paid
want this dog.
$500 for that dog.
I thought that was kind of crazy, though, because there is a whole list of things that you can't sell or you can't bring in.
But it wasn't a lot.
No, it was actually more than you think, because I was looking at it. The funny thing is, they're saying taxidermy is okay, but it also states in there that no alive or dead animals.
So their list is hazardous waste or material, chemicals, liquids, lithium-ion batteries or containing lithium-ion, weapons and ammo, dead or alive, although taxidermy items are allowed, alcohol, tobacco, drugs, pharmaceuticals, computers except those that GameStop already accepts, computer accessories that weigh less than 100 pounds, such as monitors, keyboards, keypads, mice, pointing devices, external hard drives.
So you can't take an omnidirectional, like, treadmill.
Wait. No.
Why not?
No, according to this, if you bring something in that's a computer accessory that weighs more than 100 pounds, they'll take it. Because it says computer accessories that weigh less than 100 pounds. So if it weighs 101 pounds, you can dump it off on GameStop.
Yeah, but they said something like monitored. I'm like,
Yeah, so if it's, like a monitor, keyboard, keypad,
I'm going
mice,
to attach weights to my monitor and hide it behind
Right.
a plastic casing.
Yeah, right.
they won't
put a
take
couple,
your VCR or DVD players
Lead plates in it.
What?
that are
Not my
outdated
VCR.
equipment. Small-scale
Wow.
servers, TVs, gift cards, and foreign or domestic currency, jewelry, sexually and explicit items, and items that resemble body parts.
Damn.
It's got to be able to fit in a 20 by 20 by 20 inch box.
Yep.
So if you bring something in that weighs 101 pounds computer-wise, and it can fit, they'll take it. That's
You
why.
heard it here. Take your old Macintosh
I'm going to go down to the
monitors
7-Eleven.
out there and
I'm going to go down to the 7-Eleven, take a 5-gallon bucket from Lowe's, fill it up with a slushy, take it in there.
The 7-Eleven slushy. It'll fit.
it'll fit if
That's
it fits
crazy.
its chips.
And they're just like, is this just a slushy from 7-Eleven? Yeah.
Are you just a slushy from
It's
7-Eleven?
yeah, it's National Slushy Day. What are you talking about?
It'd be funny if it was on the same day, because you know how many people probably try to take a slushy in there?
Yeah. It's kind of weird, though. I wonder, what the point of it is.
They're probably trying just to bring people back into the store.
I guess, yeah. Which I know we talked about, it used to be like the place to hang out because they had the midnight releases and they had this and you could vibe with
They
people.
could
And now it's
They could
Get out.
soft relaunch in the right way. They just have to get that attention back there. And that's the
they don't
problem.
have to do much though. I mean,
They just need to get GameStop exclusives like they used to have with pre-orders.
yeah, that's really all. I mean, they don't have to do much to be right back where they were. There's not another competitor anymore.
Well, I mean, you've got disc replays.
yeah.
That's one of their little minor competitors, but
Yeah, but, I mean, we could sit here and go, well, you can get it at Walmart, you can get it at local to Stubbins and Vintage Stock, but they have some video games, but they're more of the
you're
nerd
looking at
store.
you're looking at bigger resale shops.
Well, yeah,
Speaking
but
of,
I don't know. There's one that's local to me, and it's kind of local to Stubbins, and they were selling a Pokemon Ruby Game Boy Advance copy. Okay, so those ones have kind of went up in price, because people love them. They're still really treasured. Blah blah blah. You can find them on eBay from like $60 to $90 or whatever, and they were charging $130 for this game. I'm like, I wonder why. And they're like, oh, well, we did this and this and this to it, and you're not going to get that with anybody else. And it's like, most people don't care about that, though. They're just going to want to buy the game. They're going to pop it in their Xbox or DS or whatever to play it, and then they
you
have
waste
it.
everything that you did anyways.
Yeah. Or they're just going to emulate it. Shoot, I don't remember the name of it. It's like Game Labs or something. They have the console. It looks like a Game Boy Color, or you can get one that looks like a Game Boy Advance, and it has Nintendo DS games and Game Boy and Segas and all sorts of games on this. Then you could literally just pick through it, and that's cheaper than buying that one game. So for people who don't care about having the game, they could just do that.
I agree, and plus you can even go a step further. If you have a PC, you can just, or even on your phone, you can emulate games on your phone now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it doesn't matter, and I get, businesses got to make money, and I'm all for supporting a small business, but at some point you got to go, our pricing is maybe a little too far off, right?
Yeah. I don't remember if you remember me talking about one of the previous episodes, but like one of the places close to Nimbus and I, the vintage stock on the north side, they had a Nintendo Rob
Oh, yeah. I
in a
remember you
glass
saying that.
case. I was just
Yeah.
like, never actually seen one in real life, and I saw it, and I'm like, holy shit, that's really fucking cool.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but like vintage stock isn't just like a video game hub. There are your
Everything
accessories,
nerd.
your movies, your CDs, your video games, your
Anime,
comic books, anime,
Funko Pops.
magic. Yeah, like they have props and stuff. Like you can buy a Master Sword and all sorts of things, but that's what they are. They're not a true video game store. And I know GameStop's branched off of that now, but like I think they just need to go back to being a game stop.
You know what?
have a
GameStop needs
Master Sword.
competition. Let's bring back EB
Yeah.
Games.
Gosh.
It's the same company, different name. Bring back.
Yeah.
Ever tell you I have a Master Sword?
I do too.
Really?
I do.
I get
pretty-
a Master Sword, we'll have the Triforce.
It's pretty fantastic.
The Triforce of Pies.
Yeah.
The Pie Force. Yeah.
The Pie Force.
That was good.
I don't know. I'm curious to see how the Game Awards will play out. From what I read, you can watch it on streaming services, so it'll probably be on YouTube. Oh, God.
Oh boy.
I don't know why it did that.
Just zoomed in.
It just did. But I think it'll, I think it'll even be on Peacock and stuff like that, because they're doing it at the Peacock Studios. Or
Oh,
theater
then,
or
yeah, they're
something
gonna
like
have to have it on there, because if they don't, they're just like, why are we hosting it here?
that. Right. I don't know. It'd just be interesting. So I'm curious to see how that all plays out.
Yeah, I am too.
I feel like if we just, bring back midnight releases, G4 TV, like OG original, like Mountain Dew game fuel.
Yeah.
Just
I want Mountain Dew Pitch Black to come back and be a permanent thing.
Me too. Like it was
I want
supposed to be.
whiteout.
I've never had the whiteout.
I want the Mountain Dew whiteout to come back.
It makes Mountain Dew. Pitch Black makes me mad. I don't know why I just brain farted for a second there, but whatever. My brain reset. It makes me mad because it was in that. Shut up. It was in that battle or that.
Did you unplug
contest.
it and plug it back in?
Yeah. It was in that
It won.
contest against Baja Blast, and it won
Yeah.
to be a permanent flavor, and then
And
they
then
took it
they
off the
just said no.
shelves.
They're like,
If
yeah, no.
Taco Bell would have picked it up, it would have still been around. But they went with the Baja Blast route. And then we got the Baja Blast pie, which was not good.
No, it was not good. Do not recommend.
Yeah.
Save yourself the $20. I'm sorry, Nimbus, that you had to spend that on that terrible pie.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it can't be $20. And they're like, yep, 21 and whatever. And I was like, oh my God. My wife goes, are you really spending $20 on a pie? I'm like,
Well,
unfortunately, yeah.
Yes.
Now you have
I
to
would
use
spend
rival-
$20 on a good pie.
Really questioning the fact that I'm spending $20 on a pie? Yes, I'm spending $20 on a pie.
Now we need to see if your wife can make a better Baja Blast pie.
So I didn't say it in the Thanksgiving episode. So she tried, right? I'll send you a picture of it, but she didn't put enough Baja Blast in it, it's
I'll blast her brains out.
It looks like a very special fluid. Yeah, I'll send you a picture.
I think this has been a great episode. We'll see you guys
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
week.
On that note,
On that
Yeah.
note, we're going to end this episode. You all have a fantastic day. Only 2 more weeks until the season finale. See you there. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
bye.